আপনাদেরকে আমি মিউট করতে বলেছি না? Hi ma'am, are you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay, so I didn't start it because that you introduce yourself and introduce me, so that's why I'm just listening, but of course I can start. Okay, thank you for coming, and I would like, first of all, I would like to welcome everybody to join this webinar on this Friday evening, because I think it's evening time in Bangladesh now. And thank you for StudyFirstInfo organizing this webinar, because it's always our pleasure if we have so much students who are interested in studying at Hungary and studying at our university. So first of all, I will show you a short presentation, but I have to tell that StudyFirstInfo is one of our most trusted contracted partners. So if you have any question, if you need any assistance, they will know the exact process, but I'm telling it you right now, so they can help with the admission process as well. And the visa process is almost as important as our admission process. And the university, unfortunately, as a third party, couldn't be involved in the visa process. So you can help and you can ask. You can ask the help of the agency as well with the visa process as well after the admission process, completing our admission process. So I will show you the presentation. And then if anybody has any question, of course, we can discuss it and I can answer to your question after the presentation. Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
We can see you slides.
Okay. So first of all, let me introduce Budapest and Hungary. So the country itself and Budapest is a cultural country and a cultural city. So
Sir,
we have
I
many,
haven't seen.
sorry?
I can see the display of your monitor.
So can you see it now? Is it okay? Okay, perfect.
Perfect, ma'am.
Perfect. So first of all, a few words about the country and the city. So as I mentioned, there are many historical and cultural sightseeing and monument in Budapest and in Hungary. So we have more than 30 theaters, museum, art galleries. Budapest was awarded the best destination in Europe in 2019. So we always mention to our students that explore not just the city itself, Budapest, but the countryside as well during their education period here in Budapest and in Hungary. But opportunities you will have when you come to Budapest and to Hungary. Now what the government and the law allows to the student to work besides the classes, this is a really, really good thing. And many of the question and we got many inquiries regarding the part-time job. Is it possible or not in Hungary? And yes, you can work exactly 27 hours per week. So you can earn around 300 and 400 euro per month. You can see that the average monthly living cost is around, I can say, between 600 and 700 euro per month now. So the 300, 400 euro won't cover all your expenses, but it could be a good pocket money for you and a help for you besides your incomes or your financial background. And what is important as well, that after the graduation, you can stay here in Hungary for 3 months. It means that you got your degree, and if you would like to find a job here in Hungary, of course you can start searching a job. We have a career center in the university building, and my colleague and our colleague can help you to find a job, because we have many contracted international partner companies and of course smaller Hungarian companies as well. So when you start your application process, and if you will get any job here in Hungary, the company will help you with the work permit after the student visa. About the university itself, Metropolitan University is a private university, the biggest private university in Hungary. We have more than 20 English-speaking programs, and it's really important to know that our degree is an accredited one. So if you would like to study further at any other universities, our degree will be accepted. But of course, after the bachelor level, you can continue your studies on a master level as well in our university. We have an Erasmus program. We have more than 200 partner universities all over the world. So you can participate in the Erasmus program. This is an exchange program, so you can spend an exchange semester at any other of our partner universities. Metropolitan University, as I mentioned, we are the biggest private university. Now we have almost 7,000 students, and from this number, the international student number are 1,500. So we have many international students, and the aim of the management and the ownership to increase this international student number in the future. We have now 3 campus buildings. The main campus, the biggest campus, is the Nagy Lajos campus. The business-related programs related here. So anybody who would like to apply any of our business program, they will study at the Nagy Lajos campus building. The other campus building is the Info Park campus building, which is a newer one. This is a really nice area, there are many campus buildings at Info Park. So the aim of the management as well, that in the close future, so I can say 3 or 4 years, all the programs will move here, this Info Park campus. And our smallest campus is the Rózsa campus, which is the place of the art program. So if any of you would like to apply any of our art-related programs, you will study here, this Rózsa campus. This is always, this campus building is located in so it has a really good location as the other campus building as well. So all the main public transportation lines are really close to all of our campus buildings, so you can reach really easily any part of Budapest. And what kind of programs we can offer to you? On bachelor level, you can see that it is business administration and management. I can say that this is one of the most popular program because many of you, so many students from Bangladesh apply for this business administration and management, and the other is the communication and media science. But we have commerce and marketing, tourism and catering, and international relations as well. And you can see that the bachelor programs last for 3 years or 3 years and a half. So this program includes 6 or 7 semesters. You can see the tuition fees here, these fees per semester fees. And it's important to know that these programs start 2 times in a year, in September and in February. And you can see that the tourism and management is a little bit longer than the other programs because this program is lasts for 4 years. And the reason of this, because there is a mandatory 1-year internship program in this program. So you have to work 1 year at a tourism-related company. It could be a hotel, a restaurant, a travel agency, or any company which profile is tourism. But as I mentioned, we have a career center, so we have many contracted partner companies, and the university will offer you the options, and you can choose that which company would you spend this 1 year. What we can offer on bachelor level in art, it is animation, environmental design, graphic design, and film and media studies. You can see that the bachelor art programs last for 2 years. You can see the tuition fees here. And it's important to know that if any of you would like to apply to these art programs, the art-related programs start only 1 time in a year in September. Now the application is open for the fall intake, so for the September intake, so you can apply for the art programs. But unfortunately, in February, in the spring intake, our arts program will not start. So just keep in mind. On master level, what we can offer to you in business, communication, and tourism, it is communication and media science, management and leadership, marketing, tourism management, and Master of Business Administration, MBA. The master program lasts for 2 years, and similar to the bachelor level, these business-related programs have 2 intake in a year, in September and in February. And what we can offer on master level in art, it is art and design management and graphic design. And don't forget that StudyFirstInfo has our program list. So if you have questions or you are not sure what program you would like to apply or what program would be the better for you, you can just ask StudyFirstInfo assistance in this question. The university has a practice-based education system. It's called Mild Brand. It means that you will have many small teamworks, many project works. You have to complete 3 portfolio works at the end of each semester. So it means that till the end of the graduation, you will collect many portfolio, many experiences, many useful skills you can build in your CV and in your portfolio later. And of course, they will be really useful during the real life later after the graduation. There are short trainings. You can choose that which is the most important for you to complete, like sales and negotiation techniques, self-branding, project management. And when you completed these short trainings, you will get a certificate about this, that you completed the training during the education. And it's we are really proud of this award. According to the QS stars researches, the university got 4 stars out of 5, which is a really good award. That the student, it is they measure the satisfaction of the student with the university. So it means for us that they are really like our university. They are satisfied with the programs, with the education system, and of course they are recommend us to their families and to friends as well. So it's a really important in the university life that we got this award from the QS stars researches. And what are the requirements at the application? I can say that the most important thing, it is the 60% GPA. So your previous school result, the average school result should be equivalent with 60%. 60, so 60%, and this is the first thing what our admission team will check when you are submitting your application. So it's really important to check it earlier. It's really easy because on your certificate there is always a grading system and includes that what is 60% exactly. Generally, if the grading system is from 1 till 5, the 60% is 3.5. And if the grading system is from 1 to 4, the 60% is 3.0. So please always check this because this is a really strict requirement, the most important requirement. You will be only eligible to study at the university if you have this 60% GPA requirement. Of course, you have to upload your passport, always check the expiry date because it will be not only important at our admission process, but later at the visa process. If somebody applying for a master level, of course, the motivation letter, a CV, and of course, a letter from your company, from your employer is a required document as well. What about the English certificate? It's always a common question from your side. During our admission process now, we do not need any English certificate. Of course, to speak English is a must. Our admission team will check your English knowledge because there is a mandatory step in the admission process, which is the Zoom interview. This is an oral interview, so the admission team will check your English knowledge. If it's not enough to start the normal program, we can offer for you, but only after the Zoom interview. So directly, you are not able to apply to the English preparatory program. But if after the Zoom interview, the admission team thinks that you have a minimum level of English knowledge, but it's not enough to start the normal program, they will offer you a English semester, a preparatory English semester, or a preparatory English year. And after the Zoom interview, completing the admission process, if you need it, we can issue an English certificate if it's a needed you for the visa process. But as I mentioned, we do not need IELTS, do not need any English certificate, but because everything will be taught in English and the visa interview will be in English, so it's recommended to speak in English continuously when you're applying to the university. The other important thing to know, the math test. There is a math test before bachelor program because the topics of the math test is from secondary school topics. So that's why in case of master applicant, they do not need to write this math test. But in case of business administration and management, commerce and marketing, and tourism and catering, the math test is mandatory because there will be math related subjects. So that's why it's important to measure and to check your math knowledge. You will get 10 questions with multiple choice option. We have a sample math test, which includes 25 exercises with solution. StudyFirstInfo has this sample math tests. They can share this test with you, and I really recommend to go through the question, to practice the question, because the test will be really similar, of course, not the same, but really similar. So if you are going through these questions, I think there won't be any problem at the math test. You can see that if you answer 1, 2, or 3 questions correctly, unfortunately, the math test will fail. So the Zoom interview will stop. If you answer 4, 5, 6 questions correctly, you can go on to the oral part, and if it will be a successful one, our admission team will recommend you a foundation preparatory semester where you can increase and develop the math knowledge. And if you answer 7, 8, 9, 10 questions correctly, of course, the test was a successful one. And you can see that on bachelor level, before art program, there is no math test, and before communication and media science, and before international relation program, there is no math test. When you completed the math test, you will go to the oral part, which is 30 minutes. And it's divided 3 main parts. The first is just the chit-chatting. You can speak about yourself, about your hobbies, about your country, but the most important from our side is the personal motivation. So why would you like to come to Budapest? Why would you like to come Metropolitan University? And why you choose the program, the chosen program? After the graduation, what kind of job would you like to get? What kind of business would you like to start? So why it is important for you to get the diploma at our universities. So here you can count on program-related questions. And it's really important to be motivated, and the admission team will see that you are really would like to come to our university and you would like to study at our university. And the last part is a basic knowledge about Hungary. It's similar question. You can get similar question as you will get at the visa interview. So it could be a practice for you as well. And it's really recommended to go through some informational website about Hungary, and of course to read through the university website as well. When you, after the interview, in 2 days, you will get the result, the latest in 2 days, but generally, normally the same day you will get the result. And if you are accepted, there are 2 mandatory fees you have to pay to get our final acceptance letter. One of them is the application fee, which is divided to registration fee and enrollment fee. The registration fee is €200, and this fee must be paid right after submitting the application. So when you submit your application, you will get an automatic invoice about €200 registration fee, and you have to pay this registration fee. And only in this case, when we get this amount, only in this case, our admission team will go on with the admission process. And the enrollment fee, which is €100, this fee must be paid at the end of the admission process with the other fees. So the first mandatory fee is the application fee, which is altogether €300, and the other is the tuition fee, which is in case of bachelor student can be between €6,000 and €10,000, and in case of master student, it could be between €7,000 and €10,000, depending on the chosen program. These are the 2 mandatory fees. And here you can, at this step of the admission process, you have to decide what you will need from the university, and you have to indicate it with yes or no. If you need a dormitory from the university side, yes or no. If you need our visa assistance, yes or no. Or if you need our healthcare insurance, yes or no. If you need the dormitory, you have to pay a dormitory deposit, which is €750, and you have to pay 3 months rental fee, which is €1,320. But of course, if you have any friends in Hungary, if you have any private connection, and you have an accommodation to stay, of course you can use, and you can stay your own accommodation option. But it's important to know that for the visa, a long-term signed accommodation contract is a required document, so it's a must. The visa assistance is only a documentation check by our legal advisor. This is an optional thing as well. before the visa interview, when you collected all the required documents, so not just the documentation from the university side, but the other documents for the visa, you can send it to our admission team. They will forward it to our legal advisor, and she will read it through, she will check it. And of course, if something is missing according to her, she will tell it to you and recommend to add. And the last thing is the healthcare insurance, which is €150, and it is for a semester, so for 6 months. We have a really good contracted partners called Medicover, but as I mentioned, if you have your private healthcare insurance company, you can use your company as well. About the application, this is an important step as well. Till the end of April, all the students who submit the application till the end of April will be eligible for the 10% early bird discount, which is 10% from the first year tuition fee. It's important to know you have to just submit the application, not to complete, to be eligible for this early bird discount. And the application deadline is the end of July, but I really recommend to you to complete it much more earlier to have enough time for the visa, because you know that visa is always a risky question. Sometimes students get the result in 1.5 months, but sometimes they are waiting for the result much more longer. So that's why we always recommend the student to, in case of Bangladesh, to complete the admission process at the end of May, the beginning of June, or if possible earlier. And the other discount, which is not mentioned here, but if you submit the application in 2 weeks from now, because you participated in this webinar, you will be eligible to a 10% webinar discount from the first semester tuition fee. It's important again that you have to submit your application in 2 weeks from now, and you have to mention StudyFirstInfo name during the application, because they organize this webinar for you, so you can get this 10% webinar discount from the first semester if you mention the agency name as well during the application. I mentioned that we have a dormitory, which is our contracted partner, so not belongs to the university, but our really, really good contracted partners. It's called CU Residence Center, which is a big conference-style dormitory. It has many rooms, shared room and single rooms as well. The price depends on the room, what you will choose. And you can see that there is a swimming pool, a gym, a sauna, a cafeteria inside. So if you spend the weekends at the dormitory, I can say that you do not have to go outside, because everything is there. So you can find everything at the dormitory. And of course, it's really close to the main campus building, the Nagy Lajos campus building. It is 4 bus stops, so around 10 minutes to reach the dormitory from the campus.
Nice, there's something.
And the scholarship, we are a private university, so unfortunately we do not have Stipendium Hungaricum and any governmental promoted scholarship, which is only at the governmental universities, available only at the governmental owned universities. But what we can offer to our students is a merit-based excellent scholarship. 30 new students can get this 50% discount from the first year tuition fee. And because this is a merit-based scholarship, it is awarded by our admission team at the end of the admission process. So directly you are not able to apply. The admission team can recommend it to you at the end of the admission process. And what they will check the English knowledge, they will check the Zoom interview performance. I mentioned to you that here is the personal motivation is really, really important, and the GPA, because this is a merit-based scholarship, so the GPA should be equivalent with 90%. But this is not an impossible thing, because many students from Bangladesh got this excellent scholarship previously. Of course, it sounds first impossible, but many of you got this scholarship. So many has a really good English knowledge, a really good previous result, and a really, really good Zoom interview performance. And I mentioned to you that we have the Erasmus program, which is an excellent exchange semester at one of our partner universities. We have more than 200 international partner universities all over the world. So if you decide to participate in the Erasmus, from the second year you can apply. At the first year you can choose a new language besides the English. It could be German, French, Spanish, or Swedish. You will have 4 free classes a week for free of charge. And of course, from the second semester, you can apply for Erasmus. We have an Erasmus team, so they can help you with the application. During this exchange semester, you can get a scholarship, you can collect your credits as well, and you have to pay the same tuition fee as you would pay here at Metropolitan University, no matter which university you will study. So it's a really, really good option. And thank you for your attention. I think I told you all the most important information regarding our application process and about the university. But of course, if you have any question, we can discuss it now.
Thank you, ma'am, for your nice presentation.
So anybody has any question or everything was clear for you?
Actually, ma'am, I have a question.
Okay.
Actually, ma'am,
questions.
actually, I strongly believe that I will come in Hungary for my higher studies. So, actually, thing is that. So, when I thought about this matter, so that time I need to think my financial statement. Actually, I have sufficient money to go there, but I cannot show my bank statement. So, how can I do for this matter?
So for the bank statement is required for the visa process, not to our admission process. The university won't ask from you any bank statement. It is for the visa. So maybe you can ask the agency help with the visa assistance. But I definitely know that for the visa process, a bank statement is a required document, and we always recommend for the student because they are checking 6 months continuously. So the bank statement is about 6 months, not just 1 or 2 months. And we are always recommend to be on this bank account, what you will, of course, show or present the bank statement, should be between 10 and 14,000 euro continuously. So it is your decision to apply, but the bank statement is a must, and they will check 6 months.
Okay, I understand, ma'am. Thanks for your question. Answer.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes.
Ma'am, I need to ask you, I already complete the master's MBA in textile and fashion marketing. I have the 5 years working experience is the design related. So I interested to the graphic design and double masters to Hungary. So can you tell me can you allow me the graphic designs master's program?
In case of master student, it's the only important thing, the previous 60% GPA from your previous studies. So if you have this 60% GPA, I can say that it's no matter what kind of degree do you have, you can apply, because if your credits are not enough to start the new chosen program, we can offer you a pre-master semester and you can collect the missing credits. So that's why the curriculum is not similar, the curriculum you will study here, and you didn't collect the necessary credits to start the normal program. We will offer to you a pre-master program and you can collect the missing credits. So it's not a problem. In case of master student, of course, a motivation letter is a must, a really good motivation letter. Why would you like to go back and study after 2 degrees, 1 bachelor and after 1 master degree? A CV, of course, and if you have job experience, maybe a letter from your present company.
Yeah, I have 5 years job experience, and I already share my link, the portfolio link. please can you see my link? I already share the my portfolio link in here.
The portfolio is a must, but unfortunately, not I am the responsible person who will check this, because when somebody applying for the graphic design or any art related programs, first of all, because you would like to apply a master level, your previous school result, your previous school diploma will be sent to our academic part, to the professors, and they will check that how many credits you collected. And of course, you were right that for the art related programs, a portfolio work is a must. So you must upload the portfolio work as well. But this portfolio works will be checked by the art department and the academic professors, so not by me. There are some criteria what they are checking, but it's not so strict requirement. So they are just, I think they are just checking that you have the instinct for the program. So a few portfolio works, but StudyFirstInfo have the exact details, what kind of required work we are waiting from you when you are applying for this art-related programs.
Okay,
Hello, ma'am. I have
Ma'am, I
some
have a
inquiry.
question.
Yes.
I'm Mr. Colin.
Yes. जी भाई আমি অনেকক্ষণ থেকে ট্রাই করতেছি আমি বলি আচ্ছা থ্যাংক ইউ
Engineering.
ভাইয়া আমি একটু কোশ্চেন করতে চাচ্ছিলাম ভাইয়া।
সাইহান
জি thank you আপু আমাকে সুযোগ দেওয়ার জন্য। Basically, I have completed my master degree from back in 2017 from arts background, and currently I'm working in an eco-based company, and it's been already 5 years. So this is the business related field. So I'm trying to pursue another master degree on the business field. So do I have any chances to get to pursue a master degree from Hungary in the business field, as I have completed my previous degree from the arts background? So will it make any negative impact, or do I have any chance
No.
to?
No. I told you before, so it's not a problem. It's not a problem. You can apply definitely, because I mentioned, and Jubed mentioned as well, in case of master student, the most important is the CGPA, 60%. If you have it, it's no matter what is your previous background, because if the credits are not enough to start the normal program, we offer you a preparatory semester, a pre-master semester, and you can collect the missing credits, and then after this semester you can start the business program, the main program you choose at the beginning. So it's not a problem. The credits are not enough. We offer you a pre-master program before the normal one.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Basically, I have achieved 3 in my master degree. I have got 3.29 out of 4, and in the bachelor I have got 3.19 out of 4. So as you mentioned that you need 60% of the CGPA, so I think this is this may fill the requirement to get admitted to your university, right?
Yes, if you are applying for a master and you have a master degree, we will check the master degree. And you mentioned it is 3.2 or out of, so the
out of
system is
3.29 out of 4.
So I think it's enough, because if the grading system is from 1 to 4, the 60%, if I'm right, is 3.0. So you are above 3.0, and this means that you are eligible to apply to the university because you have the 60% minimum of CGPA.
Okay. And do I need any English proficiency exam or something else, ma'am? As I have also MY as well.
It's an advantage if you have any certificate, but I mentioned that our admission process is not, a certificate itself is not a must, because there is an oral Zoom interview and the admission team will check your English knowledge there. And according to your performance, they will offer you the normal program. So you will be approved for the normal program, or the English knowledge is, if it is not enough, we will offer you a preparatory English program. It is important to have, even if we do not need the certificate itself, it's really important to speak in English, because at the visa application and the visa evaluation and the visa decision, there are two main reasons of the rejection. One of them is the lack of the English knowledge. It's really important. All of you would like to apply to an international university for an English-speaking program. So it's a really, how do you say it? If you are not able to understand a simple question at the visa interview, it's always a big question for the immigration office, that is this student will be eligible to start the normal program, will understand everything, can graduate at the university, can complete the education, because they are not speaking in English. So even if we do not need any certificate for our admission process, everything will be taught in English. The visa interview will be in English. So I just can recommend that please apply only if you have the English knowledge.
Yeah, I think, ma'am, I have enough confidence to conduct in English. And one more question, ma'am, I have, like, will my study gap make any negative impact? As I have, it's been already 5 years study gap, but I'm working, still I'm working, doing a professional job still now from last 5 years.
It's not a problem. The study gap in case of bachelor student is 3 and 5 years, so between 3 and 5. And in case of master student, it is 5 between 8 years. So I think you are in the study gap. But we always need a really good motivation letter. And as I mentioned, if you have a study gap, why you would like to come back to study, why you would like to sit back and study at any university. So a good CV, a good motivation letter, and of course, a letter from your current employment, from your current company is a must, because these are required documents to apply any of our master program. But if you can submit them, of course, apply to the university, and we will welcome you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for your answer. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Obaidullah.
We have commerce and marketing. One of our programs is commerce and marketing, so you can apply. We have such kind of programs.
Waliullah.
Yes, I'm listening. Sorry.
Miss, Assalamu alaikum. I have some question. Breakdown accounting business, SSC 2012, CGP 3.94, HEC 2014, GPA 3.50, degree bachelor 2080, CGPA 2.92, 2 and master's running. No IELTS. Which university Hungary suitable for me?
But I am from the Metropolitan University, so I really don't know our competitors and other universities, but I mentioned to you that you would like to apply master, any of our master program or bachelor?
Yes.
Master.
Yes, but I have completed bachelor degree. I want to master degree in Hungary.
And what kind of program are you interested in? Because unfortunately, engineering we do not have. We have business-related programs, marketing, communication, tourism. So these are the programs that we can offer to you. But I mentioned to you that if you are applying for master, it's no matter what degree do you have, what university you completed. If the curriculum is completely different, it's not a problem because we will offer you a pre-master program. So you can apply. Pay attention to the study gap and to the CGPA.
I am running master's running, but no study gap. Corona 19.
Then you can apply. Then you can apply. If there is no study gap and your master is running now, it's okay.
Yes. Yeah. I have another question. Is there a change of career transfer to Australia?
Sorry?
University of Hungary, career transfer in Australia?
You would like to transfer to Australia, you would like to start 1 semester here or 2 semesters here, and you would like to go to Australia after it. As I know, our degree is accredited, so you can be a transfer student. It means that you have to complete some semester here, and you have to apply to the university. They will do a credit check as well, because we are doing this credit check in case of transfer student as well. They will see that how many credits they can accept, and according to this, you can continue your studies, or you have to start from the beginning. So it depends on the university curriculum and the university requirement. But I just can say that what we are doing in case of transfer student, we are always checking the credits. And sometimes it's enough to continue, let's say, from the 3rd semester or from the 2nd semester. So they completed the 1st semester at any other universities. And if the credits are enough, they can continue from the 2nd semester. But if the credits are not enough, they have to start from the beginning. So it depends on the university.
Thank you. Another question. What should I do if I have the opportunity? What is the total amount to be paid?
At our university, you have to pay the 1st year tuition fee, so it depends on the program, but it could be between 7,000 and 10,000 euro, depending on the program, and the application fee. And if you need dormitory, the dormitory fees. If you need visa assistance, the visa assistance fee, or the healthcare insurance, the healthcare insurance fee. But it depends on you. The 2 mandatory fees, the application fee and the tuition fee for 1 year. So the 1st year tuition fee.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Hello, can I share my profile?
Suprabha.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum. Hello. Hello,
Yes.
ma'am.
Hello.
Recently, I have completed my Bachelor of Law from a reputed University of Bangladesh, and I got a 3.43 out of 4, my CGPA, and I took my IELTS exam last month, and I got 5.5, and I got 6 in writing, and each band I got 5.5. So now I wanted to pursue my higher studies in Hungary in any Masters of Law program. So have I any opportunity to get a scholarship in Masters of Law or Human Rights of Law or Social Science or Sociology? Thank you.
I mentioned to you that we are a self-paying university, a private university. So what scholarship we can offer to you is the excellent scholarship. We have to check because you know that the previous at the evaluation, there are three things the admission team check. One of them is the previous school result. The other is the English knowledge, but we do not need the IELTS or the certificate, the Zoom interview. So what you are, so they will check your English knowledge at the Zoom interview as well. Of course, if it's good, it will be good at the Zoom interview as well. And they will check the Zoom interview performance. So these are the three things they will check. And at the end of the admission process, they can award you this excellent scholarship. So let's see, and let's complete the process. And you will see at the end, because the scholarship, this 15% deduction from the first year tuition fee, when you completed the admission process, of course, the admission team will see that how was your result, how was your English knowledge, and how was your Zoom interview performance, and they will deduct this excellent scholarship amount from the first year tuition fee. So you will see at the end of the admission process that you got this scholarship or not, and you can decide accordingly if you would like to study at our university or if you choose another university which has a scholarship. It depends on you.
Ma'am, so can I pursue my Masters of Law? I said, ma'am, I completed my Bachelor of Law. So, human rights of law or intellectual property law. So I wanted to complete my Masters of Law side.
For applying to any master program, a must is the 60% GPA, so nothing else. So it's no matter what kind of degree do you have on bachelor, the admission, not the admission team, the academic part, the professors will check that how many credits you collected. So this is the important thing, only the 60% GPA. If the credits are not enough, as I mentioned earlier, we will offer you a pre-master program.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
You are. But it's important to know, Jubed, that at one semester we can only add 2 discounts. So if the student will be awarded to this excellent scholarship, then other scholarship will be the early bird discount, which is 10%. So in this case, she will get a 25% discount from the first year tuition. Yes, it is.
Okay. Like, in first semester, I have to pay 7,000 euro, right? I have to pay 7,000 euro. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Can I have one more question, please?
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm just asking on behalf of my friend, basically now. He's living in Malaysia and he just completed his computer science engineering bachelor degree from the computer science department. Okay, so he's trying to apply for the European university. So is there any chance to get admission for him? Does he need any source of extra requirements or anything else? He's very fluent in English.
No, it is the same as in case of Bangladesh. So we have students from Malaysia as well. So the requirements are the same. So if he would like to apply for master, the 60% GPA is the minimum or the strict requirement. If he has this minimum 60%, if he completed his bachelor, as you mentioned, at engineering, and the credits won't be enough, we will offer him a pre-master program. This is a semester, and he can collect the missing credits. So it's not a problem from which country you are applying. And in case of master, as I mentioned, and just can repeat myself, it's no matter which university you got the degree. The 60%, if you have it from of GPA, you can apply. Because if your credits are not enough, you just have to complete a pre-master semester before the normal program.
Oh, okay, ma'am. So students have also the opportunity to transfer the credit to any other European university, right?
Yes. If his degree is accepted at any university in Malaysia or Bangladesh, so if his degree is accredited one, we will accept it as well.
Okay then, ma'am. Thank you for your answer.
You are welcome.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
I completed my 2021. My GPA is 5.00, and I also completed my HSC in 2023. My GPA is 4.75. I want to study in your country in Metropolitan Budapest University bachelor program. Is it possible?
You were so fast, but if you have the 60%, you can, of course, your bachelor, you can apply as well. So maybe he can be awarded for the excellent scholarship as well, because we are a really good cooperation with JUBED, and is JUBED sending, because they are, of course, checking your previous school result and everything before the application. So they are doing the most of the work instead of us. So that's why they are really good contracted partners of the university. So if he will mention me that, please, Eva, this student is a really excellent one, then please try to award him with the excellent scholarship. Of course, we will keep in mind, and our admission will reflect the admission process accordingly. So if we got the note and the information from the agency that you are a really good one, based on your previous school result and based on your English knowledge and everything, your previous consultation, of course, the university will accept this or doing the Zoom accordingly.
I want to study in tourism management. If I can get this subject?
Yes. If you have the 60% for the bachelor program, if you would like to apply for bachelor, in this case, only the 60% is a must, as in case of the master student as well.
Ma'am, I can transfer my credit in your university after completing 2 semesters in Berlin International University. Is it possible?
Is it? I mentioned that we have transfer student, but in this case, the professor, the academic part will check your credits, your completed 2 semesters, if we can accept it or not. If we can accept, so there is a special process for transfer students. So you can apply and you can mention that you would like to be a transfer student from Berlin, as I understood, and they will check it. And if possible, of course, you can be a transfer student, but if not, they will recommend it to start it from the beginning. But let's see. So everything can be. So we can. I can say, or the admission team can say anything only after checking your 2 semester results.
হ্যাঁ ভাই ঠিক আছে। I have one last question. How is the tuition fees and visa processing till how month time?
So the admission process, do you mean that how long the admission process, our admission process lasts, and how long the visa process lasts?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
The admission, it depends on you. So if you are a fast one, you can complete our admission process in a month, 3 weeks, or in a month.
I'm very
Because
fast. I have also IELTS. Today I got my IELTS result. It's 5.5 overall.
But you know that the Zoom interview is a mandatory thing. No matter if the student has IELTS or any English certificate or no, this is a mandatory step. So you are not able to avoid it. So the first, submit the application as soon as you can. Pay the 200 euro registration fee. After the admission team will start the admission process, you can book an appointment for the Zoom interview. It depends on you that you will book the appointment in 2 days or in 2 weeks. Of course, if you would like to fasten the process, it's better to book it as close as you can. So when you after the Zoom interview, you will get the result, as I mentioned, the latest in 2 days, but generally in the same day. You can indicate that what you will need from the university. The 2 mandatory fee is the application fee plus the tuition fee. But if you indicate other things as well, you have to pay these fees to get our final acceptance letter. And if you indicated everything, yes.
Last question. Tell me about something, the visa ratio.
The visa ratio?
Yeah.
According to our experience, it is 60% the accepted one and 40% the rejected one. But this is just a recommendation from the university side, and this is based on our experience. That if somebody submit the visa, start the visa process earlier, so as I mentioned, in May or April, or when you complete it immediately after it, you can start the visa. So better chance to get the visa. Your visa will be approved. And when you are going in the time, and when you are close to the September intake, the semester start, many times the student will be rejected. So it's important to start the visa process as soon as you can, complete our admission process as soon as you can, because of course it's not so sometimes students who submit the visa in August, they will get the visa, their visa will be approved, but most of the time, so there are always exceptions, but most of the time who are really close to the semester time, starting the semester time, the starting time of the semester, and submit their visa really close to the starting time of the semester, many times they got rejection. So that's why we are always recommending to start the visa process as soon as you can. So in April, in May, or the latest at the beginning of June. And
is it the right time for apply? Is it the right time for apply?
Yes, it is the right time for the apply, because it's only in March. So if you are fast, you can complete our admission process in a month, or in a month and a half. It's the right time and the best time. Yes, you can complete
If
our
I
admission.
apply next day in StudyFirstInfo, how is the chance to getting visa?
It's not depend on the StudyFirstInfo. The visa process is an individual process. It depends on you. The documentation you submit, the performance you will do at the visa interview. So it's not in our hand, and it's not our responsibility. Of course, StudyFirstInfo will help you, and the university has a visa assistance as well, the documentation check I mentioned earlier. So we're trying to support you, help you, but the visa process, as I mentioned, is an individual process. So the bank statement is up to you. So you have to have the good financial background, because many cases there are two, as I mentioned, there are two main reasons when the student got rejection. One of them is the lack of the English knowledge, and the other is not enough financial background. So the immigration office thinks that you won't be able to afford the everyday living in Hungary, the tuition fees, And that's why it is really, really a good bank statement. It's a really important thing, but this is for the visa.
How much bank statement needed?
The bank statement, I mentioned it as well. So they will ask for, it is not for 6 months, so they will check 6 months period. And we always recommend that on the bank statement, the bank account, on the bank account must be minimum 10,000 euro or between 10,000 and 4,000 euro continuously without tuition fee.
Thank you, ma'am.
You are welcome.
Ma'am, in total, how long days it will take to process done all the steps? Like after submitting the application to the university, how long time it will take? 2, 3, or 5 months?
To get the visa decision?
Yes.
So when you completed, as I mentioned, so when you completed our admission process, it can be 1 month or 1 month and a half. It depends on you, how fast you are. And when you completed our visa process, then I can say that based on our experience, the minimum time of getting the visa decision is 1 month and a half, but it can be longer. So that's why I'm mentioning that complete our admission process till the end of May or at the really, really beginning of June, and you will have 3 months to complete your visa and get your visa results, because the fall intake will start at the middle of September. So the enrollment time will start in September. So you will have 3 months, June, July, and August to complete and get the result for the visa. But the deadline of the enrollment is the end of October. So even if the semester will start in the middle of September, so if you have any delay with the visa, you can enroll till the end of October. But of course, it's better to enroll as soon as you can, because you will miss classes and you have to catch up these classes. So it's better to complete the visa process as soon as you can, come to Hungary as soon as you can, and start the semester as soon as you can. But the latest deadline of the enrollment is the end of October, the 30th of October.
Oh, so ma'am, we'll get some discounts from the university if we submit the application right now. Or
yes,
this,
in 2 weeks,
this month.
yes, with the agency help. So it's important to mention StudyFirstInfo, and you will get the early bird discount, which is 10% discount from the first year tuition fee, and the webinar discount, which is 10% discount from the first semester tuition fee. So you are right. If you submit the application in 2 weeks, you will be eligible for 25% discount from the first semester and 10% discount from the second semester tuition fee.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
Actually, ma'am, my question is that actually there are so many students come from mediocre family. Actually, they thought that they need to manage their tuition fee by doing any job in Hungary. So, how much facility do I get in Hungary for a job sector? So, if you mention it, I think it would be better for all the students, also me.
In a part-time job, so during the class, during the education system, besides the classes, or after the
yeah.
So when you are studying here, is there any option to work? This is your question.
Actually, my question is that if I study if I wanna study side by side, what kind of job do I get available in Hungary? Yeah, yes. আমি লেখাপড়া অবস্থায় কি জব করতে পারবো আর কি, বা কি ফ্যাসিলিটিস পাবো?
Yes. I mentioned that we have a career center, so I'm not really involved in this question because they are helping the students. We have many contracted partner companies, but many times because we have many students from Bangladesh till the Dhaka office opened, the consulate opened in Bangladesh, so they have a community. So sometimes they are helping each other to find a job in Budapest. So the students won't need the help of our career center. So it depends on you. I mentioned earlier at the beginning of my presentation that approximately what you can earn is 300 and 400 euro per month with a part-time job. So this is not a full-time job, a part-time job, depending on the company. Maybe it could be more, but it's really depend on the company you are working at. The university can help you with the career centers. You have to go there and they will help with the application, maybe will help you finding a part-time job. So they will offer you companies. But as I mentioned, as we have many students from Bangladesh, they are living here for a long time. Maybe they can help you as well. I have 10 minutes more.
Okay, sorry for interruption. Can I ask some question? Sorry for interruption.
So we have many international students as well from Iran, from Pakistan, so from other Muslim countries as well, and they are wearing this. So it's not a problem at Hungary. So it's safe. So many of our students still have this traditional outfit. So it's not a problem. I can see day by day at the university. So it's a safe thing. It's not a problem.
Please ask me for a short question.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am. How are you? My educational background is SSC 2016, ACC 2019, and I have more than 2 years job experience. Please, could you tell me? Could you tell me about your university for this study gap? Possibility for the please.
When you completed your studying or when you got your degree, so how big is the study gap?
Higher secondary certificate 2019 completed.
19. Mm-hmm.
Almost more than 3 years study gap.
More than 3 years, yes. But in case of bachelor student, the study gap could be between 3 and 5 years. So maybe you are you can apply. So it's not you are in the study gap. But the admission team checking the student individually. So they are checking your result. Maybe you should write a motivation letter in this case as well. I think in bachelor student, this is not a mandatory thing, but you can submit a motivation letter as well, and you can apply if you have the minimum 50% of GPA.
Okay, hello. Sorry for interruption. Can I ask some question?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Let me ask some question. Like, I just completed my secondary school certificate in 2017 with GPA 5, and higher secondary in 2019. It's also GPA 5. So let me know, like, but I have a long study gap, around three or 3.5 years almost. So right now I just asking, like, in your university is it available any kind of computer science
Unfortunately,
subject?
No, we do not have, unfortunately, computer science, but maybe StudyFirstInfo can help to apply to any other universities in Hungary who can offer you or who has this computer science program. Unfortunately, at our university, we do not have this kind of program. Yes. Yes, because your results is a really, really excellent one. So maybe you should be eligible for the excellent scholarship. Yes.
Okay. Actually, sorry for interruption, brother. Sorry for interruption. Like actually, in COVID pandemic time, I just completed wide range of courses like programming things, web development, and Python. This kind of thinking. But right now, I'm just facing lots of struggling thing, and what can I do for this kind of study gap? Like where I'm also faced in COVID-19 pandemic issue. This also almost kill around my half of year, like one half of year. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Uh, okay, brother. I'm asking you, like, I'm just dedicated to computer science. So, is it like possible to go like any another university for computer science? But I already visited that website and I didn't saw any kind of computer science software. So that's why I just asked.
Yes, I mentioned to you that we do not have this kind of problem.
Excuse me, can I ask
Okay, thank
some
you for
question?
this kind of conversation.
We
Bye
have
bye.
only we have only 2 minutes. So we'll take only one question more
Okay,
because
okay.
Bilal has already
Do you
dinner.
do you provide any diploma course or hotel management course?
We have tourism, yes. We have. You would like to apply for master level, master?
No, bachelor.
Bachelor. We have international relations as well, so you can apply for international relations. This is something like a diplomat, or and you can. We have tourism as well. I mentioned that the tourism-related programs is a little bit longer because there is an internship year as well in the program, but we have tourism as well.
How much is application fees?
The application fee, I mentioned to you that it is 300 euro altogether. At the beginning, when you submit the application, you have to pay 200 euro as a registration fee, and at the end of the admission process, 100 euro as an enrollment fee.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Dear brother, I have one question. Can I ask?
Yes. Last one more question. Yes.
Yeah, already.
First of all, I'm very sorry because just now I joined to the meeting, and I'm from Chittagong. I just want to ask you one question that I have finished my HSC, SSC and HSC at 2008. After that, I didn't complete my study. So I heard that Hungary have some facilities for the who have the long study gap. So can I get the chance to go Hungary and get admission at any college or for my higher education? And obviously with the some part-time job also like this. Can I get any chance for this?
Unfortunately, you missed at the beginning of the presentation, and the study gap at the university, what we accept, it is in case of bachelor student, it is between 3 and 5 years, and in case of master student, it is between 5 and 8 years. So unfortunately, your study gap is much more bigger. I'm always telling that the admission team will check the student individually. So if you have a really, really good motivation letter, CV, so you have a chance to be accepted, but this is a big study gap. And it will be a big study gap at the visa process as well, because Jubed, the CEO of the StudyFirstInfo, just mentioned that you have to have a good motivation letter. What have you done? You have to give them detail that what have you done in the previous 10 years or 12 years. So it's important, unfortunately.
Actually, I have last 12 or 13 years, I have done some kind of corporate jobs. It's Bangladesh have lots of garments. So I worked last 12 years, 3 different garments as a very higher position also. There, my last position was production manager, and my job was production related. Right. So if you ask me what I have done in these few years, I can give my all the job job details I can give.
Yes, and then your CV, you can add your CV.
Okay,
I have
you,
a questions.
Third. Okay, thank you for coming. Thank you for organizing this webinar, and I really do hope that I can welcome many of you at the university in September. And one more thing which is important, as Jubed and me said, that it's really important to submit the application as soon as, because we have no limits for the student, but because the Dhaka office is a small one, this is a really, really small consulate, we would like to have the consulate, and after 80 accepted students, so after 80 students who paid all the fees and got our final acceptance letter, we always close the application process. So we didn't accept more students, and we won't continue the process, the admission process. So all of the students who applied at the university, they have to defer their application for the coming next semester. So it's really important to know that after 80 students who paid the tuition fee and got our final acceptance letter for this fall intake, we will close the application process. Thank you for coming. So that's all I wanted to share with you, and I really enjoyed the meeting, and I really hope that I can welcome many of them. Have a nice weekend. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum.
Yes.
একটা কোশ্চেন দেয়।
স্যার অনেক নয়েজ হচ্ছে।
কি তরকারিটা বন্টন করে এলাও, আমি এখনো জয়েন আছি আর কি, রাঁধছি ইয়া করে।
মিউট করেন।
কেউ তরকারিটা বন্টন করে এলাইতা, আমি
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাইয়া, সরি টু ইন্টারাপ্ট। আমি তো দেশের বাইরে, সেক্ষেত্রে আমি তো